We got some fireworks in the background, guys. We got some stuff going on. A little bit of a celebration, right? Semen of Peace are back once again with another video. What we're doing is conducting an analysis of the Tripitaka. The Tripitaka is a library of a legion of books describing the different aspects of the different states, the realities that exist. The ones of the higher, the ones of the lower, according to Buddhism. Of course, it also details Buddha's life, right? Buddha's life in the physical reality before he inevitably ascended. So what we are going to go through is a continuation of this story, right? This chapter of the discourses, the book of discipline. This chapter in particular, he's talking to a Brahmin. This Brahmin is some older man who is an aiming ascetic that is trying to challenge Buddha on his beliefs. I don't understand why people do this, but this is just, if anything, it's going to keep your enlightened muscle in the brain strong and sharp, right? So let it happen. Let it happen. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. We're going to get right into it as per usual. Let's go. Part 3 of the analysis of the Book of Discipline. This is the Buddha now talking to the Brahmin. Brahmin, it is like a hen with 8 or 10 or 12 eggs on which she has sat properly warmed and properly hatched, is that chick which should win forth safely, having first of all pierced through the eggshell with the point of the claw on his foot or with its beak, to be called the eldest or the youngest, he said. Interesting. I'm trying to understand this right now. Let's keep going. He is to be called the eldest, good Gautama, for he is the eldest of these. This is the Brahmin responding to the Buddha. And so this is Buddha. He's gonna break it down now. Even so I, Brahmin, having pierced through the shell of ignorance for the sake of creatures going in ignorance, born of eggs, covered over, am unique in the world, utterly enlightened with unsurpassed enlightenment. I myself, Brahmin, am the world's eldest and highest. So it doesn't, from this description, it doesn't seem like enlightenment sort of comes with humility, right? Because that doesn't sound humble at all. It seems like Buddha is very, very proud of what he obtained, which is good. Like it was said in, of course, we're going to make some Judeo-Christian relation in the book of Ecclesiastes. It is Solomon basically talking about any work in this world that is done with your own hands, that is done with your own mind, you should be vain and proud of, because it is your work and it's yours alone. You have toiled for it. We have nothing in this world but that. Ecclesiastes is a very beautiful chapter. You should read it. So what Buddha is saying is he is basically talking about this metaphor of the chick that is breaking through the shell of the egg in order to be born and to come into the world. What he is talking about, how he relates it, is that the eggshell represents ignorance. It represents this tough exterior, this tough sort of binding cage of the things of the world, the sense pleasures. And him being enlightened, he finally grew the talents, he finally grew the beak, and he's breaking through this shell of ignorance and of weight, sensual pleasures, all therein, in order to be the eldest, the person with the unsurpassed enlightenment. How the heck do you say that? That's nuts. Can I safely say that? No, I don't think so. I am pretty enlightened though. Let's keep it going. This is Buddha continuing his talk again. Brahmin, I had steadily put forth energy. Clear mindfulness had arisen. My body was quieted and calm. My mind was composed and one-pointed, polarized at whatever he was thinking of. Concentrated, right? I, Brahmin, aloof from the pleasures of the senses, aloof from wrong states of mind, which is the dwelling of revenge, which is the dwelling of wrath, which is the dwelling of sexual pleasure, which is the dwelling of trying to find something for temporary calm, right? These ephemeral pleasures like drugs. He has detested and rejected himself of all of that. Aloof from the wrong sense of mind, having obtained the first musing with its reflection and investigation that is born of solitude. You must be alone and be by yourself in order to gain the steps to enlightenment, in order to gain the steps to ascent. Zestful and easeful abided therein. By the mastery of reflection and investigation, by the mastery. It is not the simple application of reflection, right? And investigation of what is good, what is not. Because of course, every time, for the most part, the sense pleasures of the world remain the same. But as an individual that don't really understand what these are, because you are born into the world, you have to investigate, you have to figure it out. By the fading out of zest, I dwelt poised, right, ready, mindful and attentive. I experienced welfare as to the body. Welfare, how to take care of the body when it has that inclination to indulge. Attaining the third musing, which the noble ones describe in these terms. He who is poised and mindful dwells happily, right? He who is poised and mindful will always dwell happily. They will have complete perpetual bliss. It is not the bliss that is found through sensual pleasures. It's not the bliss found through indulging in the things of this world, right? It is the bliss of being solid, being solo, and pursuing after the one-pointedness of the mind on a target, whether it be ascension, the raising of yourself and your vibration, the holding yourself accountable for the mistakes made on semen retention, whether you are edging or you have completely lost your streak. By the rejection of ease and by the rejection of discomfort, by the annihilation of the rejoicing and the sorrowing I had before, having attained to that state which is neither pleasant nor painful, that utter purity of mindfulness which is poised, which is the fourth musing, I abided therein. Right? So in this world, right, we know in this world, Buddha always talks about this. There's the things of the world that brings you pleasure. There are the things of the world that bring you pain. These are the dualities. Everything holds that duality in nature. Buddha is talking about how he learned about the nature of these things in the different aspects of the world, the different things, the different objects of this world. And he's triumphed over it due to his abiding by himself in trying to understand and become enlightened. Powerful, powerful stuff. If we can all do this as well, we can all achieve this the same. This is not by any means achievable by only a select few, the elect, right? The elite. No, no, no. If we are celibate, if we hold ourselves accountable for our mistakes, right? We try to seek the dangers of this world, right? And escape from them, avoid them. Stay controlled in the midst of noise and destruction and desolation that only grows with time. The longer you are in this world, you will achieve that mission of ascension. You will achieve that higher state because it is inevitable. You have paid the price. As James Brown said, pay the cost to be the boss. You must pay the cost. You either pay the cost of being of the things of this world, starting families, doing drugs, drinking alcohol, and falling into the perpetual cycle of samsara, or you reject all of that. You ascend. And that, my friends, is the end of this discussion. If you guys enjoyed that kind of content, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with some peers. I always talk about on this channel, guys, and this is not the ramblings of some individual that just decided to be this way because of the way he developed. No. Due to my understanding and analysis of the things in the world, I realized that partaking in the traditions thereof, like I always say, starting families, having children, having sex for recreational purposes or for reproduction, drinking alcohol, doing all those things I always listed, right? And striking out in revenge and wrath. These things will never ever get you close to getting escape from samsara, right? Going into that door of the higher realms and no longer going out. You see, with semen retention, we're gonna bring this all the way back in. Semen retention helps you with this completely. In addition to the acceleration of the mental function, your memories are more powerful. You are recalling the memories from your subconscious. When you were a child, right? You are much sharper in conversation. You are much sharper with creating things, right? The physical function, you gain more muscle. I was nothing years ago. I had nothing. And now, due to my steadfast on the practice, I have gained a lot. I've gained a lot. Of course, I refuse the things of the world, always, because that is the cost. And I don't mind paying this cost in this lifetime or 5 lifetimes from here. I've paid my price to try to enter the higher realms, and I will continue to pay the price. And with my channel, I really adore you guys looking at. I want you guys to follow the same path. The things of this world will tempt you because it is only your physical body and the memories inducted and accelerated by your nervous system, propelling the body to continuously perform its biological imperative, keeping it here, keeping it low. If you continue following the things of this world, you will get nowhere. you will achieve nothing. You will never grow. This world will continuously be in a state of stagnancy and destruction, atrophy, right? This world will not serve you any purpose. Granted, you are not on semen retention. If you become celibate, you ascend, right? There is no way that you will not understand all of the aspects of the world, the angles of the negative nature of the world, and ascend and triumph over it. And always, guys, don't ever let this world get you down, and stay radiant. I shall see you guys in the next video. Woo!